What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I look like it's Halloween, but it's not. I'm sitting in the race car. So I'm in the race car in the trailer. Wanted to go over a few things and try to make this car a little bit better for me. We went testing this past weekend at Kinston, had a great time. But on the last pass, the very last pass, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was a little bit of panicking happening in the car. And I mean, a little bit of panicking. It didn't seem that bad when I was doing it, but I guess I panicked a little bit. We were trying to throw the parachute. We haven't thrown the parachute on this car yet at all. And, you know, plenty of stopping room there. But, you know, trying to get prepared for it, trying to throw the parachute. I like to throw the parachute a little bit before the finish line, so that's got kind of time to deploy. And, you know, my old cars, I would deploy it. I would pull it at the mile per hour, and it would be popped out at the finish line. And so that's kind of what my goal was. Car was kind of moving around a little bit, so I was having to drive it just a tad. And not that big a deal, but my first instinct was to grab the parachute, which was beside the shifter. In this car, that's not the case. The parachute handle is way up here. And so it didn't really work out for me. And apparently when I missed it, you know, I realized it when I went to push it the first time and it wasn't there. And so then at that point, I was like, okay, no, it's up there. And so instead of just being able to do it kind of out of your peripheral vision, I looked up there. And when I looked up there, I don't know if I actually moved my head or not. We'll need to, I'm going to put the GoPro video from my helmet cam. We'll look at that now. So I looked over there, and I don't know, there again, I don't know if I moved my head or not, but my eyes went over there. When my eyes went over there, then my left hand, it kind of, you know, it was kind of going back and forth on the steering wheel anyway, and so that made me saw the wheel even more, and so it kind of got kind of sketchy down there. That's just something I don't really want to do a lot is, you know, miss that. So I went over to Brian's shop this afternoon after work. And the old shifter lever was in the old race car. So I got it out. So let me show you what I got. Let me show you what we were looking at here. Hang on. If y'all want to support the channel, head on over to turbojohnracing.com. Grab yourself some hats and t-shirts. Comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget, if you want to get entered to win the front wheel off the old car where we all sign a good memorabilia piece. It's the bent front wheel from the old race car. Buy yourself one of those keychains, turbo keychains. And we're only selling 50 of those. And then somebody of those 50 is going to win that. Check it out. All right, guys. So this is the steak knife shifter parachute handle that we had before. It is not actually a steak knife. It actually is from Jigs. But that's why when I got it, when I bought it, I was like, man, I said that thing is 100% like a steak knife. It's an aluminum steak knife they cut down. But the bracket, I don't remember if it come with the bracket or not. It may have, or I may have got that somewhere else. But in the old race car, this is where it was. It was like right here by the shifter. And I could probably get this mounted back in this location. And essentially, all I would do is just reach over. When I would make a pass, I would reach over, and it was just instinct, you know. And that's what I've talked about it before, about being comfortable in the car. And being comfortable and knowing where everything at is good. And that's the reason I put my instrument cluster, my switch panel back in the same spot, because I can easily access this stuff up here. But down here, shifter is not really, I guess I could put it there. I can't put it on this side. At first I was thinking put it right here, but there's not, I don't think that's a good idea. Plenty of room to stick it there, but I mean, I'd have to probably weld off some type of bracket or something. So then you go, okay, well, let's put it right here. And I could probably just easily access and put some bolt holes there, some self-tappers, and that would work. So we may end up sticking it here, or I may end up just modifying this one up here. So this is the one that was in the car, of course. And so this one, there's a couple things wrong with it, in my opinion. So this is not retracted. So this is the way it is. So you have to reach up. Think about your steering wheel. You're looking forward, and you need to most people put them so you can push them. You hit them and push them forward. This one you have to pull back. That was part of my dilemma too, is when I'm used to pushing it, and so I went to push it initially, and it was already pushed, and then I pulled it, and then you can see me in the car. I'm going, well, dang, what happened? And then we screwed it up. We didn't get it. I think we just didn't have it when we pulled. I think on my old one, on this old one down here, it actually, when it goes wide open, it actually pulls this out of the sheath completely. And there's no way, unless the sheath is too close to the little tie in the parachute, that it's not going to deploy. And, the other one also doesn't have a firm stop. This one's got a firm stop on the roll cage. So it 100% cannot go more than this. So if we don't put this one in, I'm going to decide tonight how I'm going to do it. Probably not going to actually do it tonight because I'm going to need to get the car out and actually do it. It'll probably be a little easier with the car out of the trailer. But I could modify this one to make it so that it will work better in a push. All I got to do is take this off, take this bolt loose, and then reverse this. And then basically this mechanism up here will have to go down below this pivot point. So probably what I'll do is I may end up drilling a pivot point hole up here, and then that way I can just push it. Because sitting here, when I'm here at my steering wheel, I've been sitting in here for probably 15 or 20 minutes. It's actually pretty easy to get to it. I might paint it a bright yellow or something, just something a little more so I can see it a little easier out of my peripheral vision. This one down here, I couldn't really see it, but just where it was, I knew where it was. So that's why I was able to do it. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to try it. We're going to try to do this one real quick. And we're going to try to make this one so that I can still use it. And if I don't feel comfortable with it, that I can see it enough, or that it is, in the right spot. I think pushing it is definitely the right move for me when I'm going from the steering wheel. This hand right here, I normally drive. This hand is gripping it the hardest. And then this hand is kind of along for the ride. It kind of bumps and steers, and it don't really do a lot. It kind of moves, but it gives a little bit of stability. So this one, then you pop over and boom, and then it's done. Parachutes out. And so, but I got to make this one work if I'm going to try that. I may try to give this one another shot, but 100%, this pulling stuff is just not going to happen. The pulling is just, I don't know, man. I guess some people pull it from up here to go that way. Some people will put it on the actual funny car cage. They put it right beside their head. I've seen some people there, it's behind them. And so I'm definitely not down for that. I want to be able to see it out of my peripheral vision so you can just instinctively just pop up there and push it. Probably if this was welded a little bit further over this way, it would help because it would be a little closer. But with the cage modified, the funny car cage, it's easily accessible right there. So let's see real fast. Let's see if we can do it. We'll just have to. This bracket is welded up here, so I might have to bend that down, because of course there might be enough to where when we bend it down, because this will need to go below the pivot point. So somewhere up in this area here. So let's see. Let's take it down real fast. All right, guys. Well, it looks like that. I think that's going to work right there. So we have a very long throw now. So this is the stop. That's as far back as it can go. I did bend it just a little bit to get it kind of facing toward me just a little bit more. And easy access from right here to here is just over and back, and then pop it. Boom. And then it's going to be good. And that did work out. All I did was bend it down. And you see it's nice, smooth, easy motion. The only thing I'm going to have to do, see, this does not pull out quite, or doesn't push the cable out quite as far, so we're going to have to just trim back the main cable there. There may be enough sticking out there. If there is, then just pull it just a little bit. But we've got like from here to here, we have a lot of throw in the cable, so that's going to work out good right there. So we're going to try it right there. I think we're going to be okay here driving, blah, 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 and then just kick it. And I guess I could even. Well, it doesn't have a stop there. I think I'd rather do it there. I guess I could have moved. Well, you don't have quite as much. I think that's going to be okay right there. I may move this whole inboard just a little bit to get it so that maybe it stops right there on the roll cage. And then that way it's a little a little closer. There, I mean, that's not much difference. There, to a couple inches down here. But right there, yeah, I may move that one in. I may re-drill that one and move it in just a little bit, but I'm happy with that. I think I can make this work. It's muscle memory, guys. Muscle memory is what it is. So it's just getting used to popping it and going. Popping it and going. All right, guys. Well, comment, like, and subscribe. Appreciate it again. If y'all want to support the channel, head on over to turbojohnracing.com. Grab yourself some hats and t-shirts, or grab that keychain turbo to get entered to win that bent wheel. Appreciate it, guys. We're going to be racing this weekend. Later.